Hello, this is Keno Bossy Leslie, and I'm in my studio again. There's Sebasti, the cat up there. But I'm in my studio again, and what I'm going to do today is I'm doing something new. It's going to be hands-on collage making, and this is my medium. I love working with collage. Collage is a very easy medium to work with, but at the same time, it's it depends on how you put things together and how you juxtapose images and textures and colors and things of that nature. So, so basically what I'm going to do is get started with a piece here. This is a piece right here that I am working on. And I tell you what, just bear with me. This is something new that I'm doing, and so basically I'm giving it a try, and probably you will encounter lots of mistakes and different things of that nature. But anywho, I'm going to get started. Now, basically, this is a piece that I have been working on. Of course, I haven't finished it, and actually, I haven't, and the way I work, I just kind of work from the spirit. It's just that, like, I usually don't come up with what you call a designation or what the piece is going to be or whatever, but it develops on its own as time goes on, as I work on a piece. So I don't know where this piece is gonna go or whatever. Even you may have a title for it or whatever. But so basically, one of the things I do like about the piece is this part here is kind of shaped like a pyramid, and it's just that. I did this piece. I started on this piece, maybe a year ago, at least a couple years ago, maybe. So primarily, it's just something that I was compelled to pull out and say, well, let me go ahead and get finished with it. So actually what you are going to witness, and what I'm going to do is actually start working. You would actually see my process and everything. Now, before we get started though, just to let you know what I do have, and what I actually have here is just a bowl with Elmer's glue, and I put a little water with it, so I can basically soak my my papers, in the glue, and that gives me the ability to paste the stuff on. Now, it's just that basically, let's see, what I'm gonna do here is what I have is usually a tub or a box or whatever, and usually it's like filled with images from magazines, different things, and I kind of like work improvisationally. It's just that I go through these images and when the image calls to me or says, "Hey, put me over here," or "Put me there," that's the process that I use in terms of working on these collages. Uh, I basically started working with collage probably 30 years ago. One of the artists that was very influential to me was Romare Bearden, and it's just that and I just kind of saw how his process, and a lot of times, and I think that actually his process was a little bit more organized than mine, but nevertheless, there was a great amount of, there's a lot of improv that was connected to the way he worked, so I think that once he basically got things together in terms of his foundation or his foundation idea, then he kind of kept working in a sense towards building that idea and embellishing that idea, So primarily this situation, and I'm, because once the background that you see here is black. I'm going to paint that blue. I may not do that, while we're doing the tape, but it's just that, just to let you know, this here looks kind of like an image of an angel or raising up out of the crowd. There's a man there that is reaching towards that as if to say, save me or save us. It's basically, but you get the idea. It's kind of like it's sort of like a beseeching kind of piece, but at the same time, I think that what I'm going to do is kind of do it in a way that it's not so much beseeching, but is to transmit the idea of whatever he needs or whatever we need is already inside us. So, but as I go on with this piece, a name might come up. Who knows? So, primarily. But, it's just that, like, with all the stuff that is going on now, and basically, I just want to let you know that, hey, collage or, the process of doing art can be very, relaxing. It can become more like a meditation, something that we could get by ourselves and contemplate and meditate and things of that nature. But so right now I am in real time searching for a piece that will primarily be something that where I can really get started, and let's see, and and one of the things that is but it's kind of like collages to me is a lot like painting. Only thing that you don't have to worry about paints. You don't have to worry about buying paint or anything like that. Because you really actually have all the colors and all the things that the images that you need in order to get things done or get things done the way you want to get things done. But it's just kind of a neat way to, a neat process, a neat way to, express yourself, and you can express yourself very improvisation. It doesn't take a long time. It's just that you can like get immediate results, or sometimes it does take a long time. It's just that sometimes what you come up with in terms of the positioning of images and things of that nature. Sometimes it's not right, until it really speaks to you in a sense and says, "Oh, okay, it's coming together. There's something about it, that is coming together," and but. As you can see, there's things that I need to work on here, and and as I go, it's kind of like just working on colors. I can tell right now, my box of images, my cat lives in here. He's been doing his thing. He's been chewing on some of this stuff, and although, maybe that's his way of expressing himself, who knows. But yeah, but right now I'm kind of looking for the right thing. Actually, in a sense, probably as I go ahead and doing these videos, I may get a little bit more prepared, in terms of, what I'm going to do, and, and things of that nature, But anywho, let me, let's see. Here's a great image that I would probably like now. Sometimes what I do is like images. Here's the image that and actually this is kind of like an image. I think I'm pretty sure this is Michelangelo piece, one of his paintings that he did. In one of the churches or whatever, but I find it to be appropriate for this particular piece, because actually, deep inside, the spirit that I'm working with is telling a story, or more or less dealing with what we're dealing with right now, what we're going through, and a lot, sometimes some of the art, some of the ideas that I work with comes from dreams, comes from things that are, of course, in my subconscious, and symbols that I receive from dreams. It's just that, or just what I can feel, or what I can intuit emotionally from what is happening in the environment, and let me see. Now, what I'm doing basically is taking the image. I got my bowl with the glue, and I'm just saturating the image. Nothing more. It's just so simple, So, I'm just saturating the image, and then what I do is just rub the image on. on the piece. I don't know if you can see that over here, but I'm rubbing the image on this piece, and sometimes when I use an image or a piece of paper that is not too thick, so that that it can saturate, the liquid in the glue, really absorb that really well, so that it will, paste on really good, and because if you use something too thick, I'm just giving you just kind of like some basis. If you use an image that is too thick, it won't adhere to the surface, and very well, and then you have to keep pressing it down and pressing the bubbles out of it and different things in that nature, and hey, it's just that can be not fun at all, but here's another image which is really a crazy image, but something speaks to me and says that put the image somewhere, and sometimes I actually cover up images, in order to get, because like some images, and it's like no rhyme and reason, it's that what you're trying to get is you're trying to get what you want to get, and sometimes it's just that the image that you have already put down is not the image that you want, or it may have been the image you wanted, and you find a better image that could speak to the spirit of what you're doing, and you just put that down. It's kind of it's a process. And and it's a beautiful process. There is there's a lot of artists that are more more linear in terms of working a piece, but this is my process, and a lot of times it's just that I get to the now, actually what I will be doing in subsequent videos is having the piece already basically, like I said, I'll be a little bit more organized, colors, and and this piece here is there we go. And it always dries. It always dries clear. And because basically after you finish the piece, you can put like a clear glaze on it, and do it that way. And you hear Sebastian's in the background trying to be a part of this video, and I had called her he before, but she loves to talk, and especially if I'm talking and whatnot, because I guess she thinks I'm talking to her, but this video is going to be no more than a half an hour, and but it's like I said, right, it's a beginning type thing that I'm working at, something that just trying to. Now here's another piece. Now it's kind of like, and again, these pieces are it's really just based upon what I see and what I feel in terms of texture and color, and because like sometimes because a lot of these collages are what you call a just a combination of textures and colors and all types of different things that I come up with, and half the time a lot of the some of the images, it's just I just get images out of magazines and kind of save them, and and then sometimes if I can't use them, I just I throw them away. I mean, they get thrown away. And here's another image here. And this piece again, going back to what I'm doing with these images is I'm working. I just can't do what you might say, like pretty images that will go above your couch or whatever. Sometimes my spirit says do something that is so realistic, in terms of what's going on now, and and believe it or not, even when you cover up an image or just suppose, it's just there's energy in and sometimes that energy, even though you may not even see the piece underneath, that piece underneath is emitting energy. Again, like this is a process of putting stuff together. And sometimes I tear the piece, sometimes I cut the piece, depending on what kind of situation I want. Sometimes it's just that it may look rough for a little while, and then sometimes I be wanting that rough look, and but again, it's just like right now you're getting a serious hands-on process of how I do now, and at the same time, you can do this at home too. It's something that you could, the videos that I will be doing once I get better at what I'm doing here, and I'll be able to get positioned so I could, work along with you in terms of putting this stuff together, and it could be something that we could work together in real time, in putting these videos together, and it's just kind of one of those things where you just had to I just have to get better at what I'm doing, you know. But you see the picture, no pun intended. But you know, it's just stuff will. Now I'm cutting out an image now, and I don't know if it'll work or not. But hey, you know, it's an image of a gun, you know, and you know, it's just that I'm gonna give it a try. Let's have some fun. And in fact, here we go. There we go. There we go. You know, and then, you know, so there's an image of that gun. I don't even know if you can see it, but yeah, like I said, you know, we're experimenting here. We're gonna get better, and but yeah, I mean, you know, it's just that there are lots of artists that work with a collage. You know, there's some artists that work with what you might say collage off the computer. What do you call it? I can't remember exactly what you would call that process of getting images and putting images together through the computer. But I don't know. But I tend not to like to work from that process. You know, it's just that not trying to be, you know, it's just that I kind of find that, you know, the slow process of cutting or tearing the image out, you know, suits me, you know, and you know, it's just that. And here we go. Now here's another image of a profile, and you know, and actually this profile is very Romanistic, I guess you could say. But you know, that's, you know, part of some of the things that I want to put in this piece. You know, it's just that, like, Rome has fallen, you know, and there will be certain kinds of energies or certain types of frequencies that will, you know, save or heal, or, you know, or things, because things are changing in our society, and you know, and you know, again, basically, and this piece kind of is a donation, denotion of you know, how things are changing, and I'm kind of like deep inside looking at this piece as something, as an answer to the confusion and to the transformation and things that are changing, you know. So you know, it's just that I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to get there, you know, and you know, it's just kind of it's just like one of those things where again, you know, you just have to work at it. But going back, that yeah, there are lots of collage artists out here, and you know, and actually, there are artists who do quilting, which is kind of like a collage process, only you sew your images together. There's there's situations where there are artists that do I guess it's called bricolage, and I will be doing some of that too, and showing you and bricolage is just basically putting three-dimensional images together. It's kind of like a assemblage in a sense, and it's just kind of okay. Here's another piece I'm putting on here. It's actually here's this Sebastian. She's helping me with the piece, and this, but what this piece is actually the, this is the White House, the dome, what represents. It has this, and what it represents. It's just that it's just that I don't have to tell you what it represents. But yeah, this is the first of a series of collage work that I'm going to do, and it's going to be hands-on. It's going to be something that I'm going to be working my process, showing you what my process is, showing you different pieces that I'm working on, showing you finished pieces, and then showing you, if you want to, showing you how to do it yourself, and primarily, it's just that spending time with you and talking to you about, meditation, about, getting to a place where you could elevate your frequency, do a lot of healing, I will, in the next video, I'll probably have some music in the background, and, we're going to have some fun. Why not? So, I'm Ken Obasi Leslie. This is Beyond Image Dream. I don't want to call it TV. It's just Beyond Image Dream Collective, or whatever, And, so, hey, have a beautiful day, and more power to you. Thank you.